Ladies and gentlemen, the minimum state pension in the United Kingdom is going down against euro. Well, just few months ago, for one minimum monthly pension you would buy 1,215 euros. Today, it is only 1,140 euros. However, soon it will be even lower if the Great Britain will not come back to some kind of strategic route that will get the pound stronger. Today, the British pound interest rate is 4%, which is almost 2% more than the euro currency. What does it mean? That means the British pound is very weak. Because if the British pound lower interest rate to ECB interest rate, the level of the European Central Bank interest rate, then it means that the British pound would collapse below 1 euro for each pound. That means today's minimum pension in the United Kingdom would not be even 1,140. It would be 999 euros or 980 or 899 euros. That means the British pound is causing the pension in the United Kingdom to go down. The same is happening to the housing market. The housing market not changed for 3 years. The price is on the same level. What does it mean? That means even if your house is going up in British pound, that doesn't mean it is going up in euros or it is going up in Swiss franc. The British pound is losing to Swiss franc all the time. Few days ago, the British pound actually lost to 105 Swiss francs for each British pound. And on the top of that, this high interest rate and high inflation is causing actually real damage to savings, to earnings, and to pension system in the United Kingdom at the moment. The situation is really bad in the UK now, and there are no signs that this will change sooner or later. There are rather signs that the British economy will go the same direction as it's been going for last decades, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And the bad situation in the United Kingdom is not caused by Brexit, or it is not caused because the Great Britain was in the European Union. It is caused by the structure of the United Kingdom itself. The British pound actually is printed. The British pound has too low interest rate compared to its own inflation. The inflation now is 3.8, but we know that real... Ladies and gentlemen, this is the British pound chart to euro. We can see that just few days ago and few weeks ago, British pound actually lost to almost 1.13, okay? 1.13 to euro, okay? And it is happening all the time. Soon it can go like in 2022 or in 2020 or in 2019 to almost 1 euro for each pound. That means 1,000 pounds will be 1,000 euros. And the worst thing about British pound is that they've got this high interest rate, but it is not helping at all. Can you imagine what would happen if the Bank of England decides to lower interest rate below 3 or tries to lower interest rate to 2.15? Can you imagine what would happen? Can you imagine what would happen? Let's play. If today GBP is 1.15, that means euro for each pound. That means it would go down by 8 times. What does it mean? 8 times is 8 times Bank of England is lowering interest rate to get to the European Central Bank level from 4 to 2.15. It's 8 times, but 7 interest rate cut by 0.25 each month, and then 1 cut by 0.1. What would that mean? Please look what I am drawing now on this chart, because I am drawing now the collapse of the British pound. Okay? Which actually is inevitable. It's inevitable. The interest rate in the United Kingdom is 4%. In the Eurozone is 2.15. On Swiss franc is 0, but Swiss franc is gaining to British pound. Can you imagine? They've got no interest rate in Switzerland, but the Swiss franc is gaining to British pound. How on earth it is happening? Because British pound is weak. And if UK we would decide to lower interest rates to Eurozone level, then this would happen. Please look at this, because now I am drawing disaster for the British pound, for the pensioners from the United Kingdom that want to actually spend their time in Eurozone, let's say in Spain, Greece, or Portugal, Italy, whatever. Let's think now that Bank of England is cutting interest rate to make the mortgages more affordable, to make mortgages as cheap as in Spain, France, Germany, or Italy, or even Greece. So that would happen this: 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts, 4 cuts, 5 cuts, 6 cuts, 7 cuts, 8 cuts. It would be around here in best scenario. In best scenario. But in normal scenario, it would be like this. I show you. In worst scenario would be like this. I have to change it. Okay, you see here. In worst scenario would be like this. Please watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around here. So it's 1 to 1, you see? 1 to 1. So today's pension, that is £1,000, would be 1,000 euros. There we can add, actually we can add some panic. In panic, which is actually very possible, more than possible, actually which is written in this would happen if the Bank of England lower interest rate to ECB. It would be like here, here, here. So £1,000 today would be 899 euros. Okay, 900 or 800 euros for each £1,000. Okay, and this is what it is happening at the moment. Why would actually Great Britain lower interest rates to Eurozone level? Why would they do this? Well, they would do this because they would maybe make political statements, you know. The mortgages are very expensive now in the United Kingdom, and the public, you know, they are requiring to lower interest rate, and they would do this to lower interest rate for businesses and for mortgages. They would do this to show people that it is not possible, and that they would have to put this interest up again with the very high cost. But they can do this. They may do this. They may be forced to show to people, look people, we're gonna do what you want. Look, but you will suffer. And then they may not ask again for it, because they would be punished for misunderstanding of the economy. Okay? So if they do it, the pension will go down to 899 euros. Today's pension. It happened already in 2008, in 2017, 18, 19. Okay? But the British economy and the British pound was in much better position than today. Today nobody wants British pound. Nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody. Nobody. The worst inflation, the worst interest rate, the worst state of the economy. And this is not because of the Brexit or the situation between Ukraine and Russia. No, this is because they've been printing, they've been stealing, they've been mismanaging, etc., etc. Okay? And now it will actually proceed as this for few decades, 2 decades, maybe 3 decades, maybe 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, as it's been in last 50 years. They would have to change everything to change everything. They would have to change everything to change everything, ladies and gentlemen. To revert river, you must revert the river. Not playing with the stick. Oh, okay, I am a boy. I will revert the river by the stick. And this is what they are telling to people. Okay. So to revert the British pound disaster that been happening for last 50 years, you need to build things. You need to change everything to change everything. And they changing nothing. So nothing will change. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.